It's been 7 months since I bought this truck, and first of all, I just don't know where that time went. It went by super fast. During that time, I've daily driven the truck, and I put about 7,000 miles on it. Over that time, I've come to really like it in a lot of ways, in the sense that I don't see myself wanting to buy or own anything aside from a pickup truck. I mean, having secondary vehicles, daily drivers, things like that, okay, fine, but I don't want to live without a truck anymore, and we can just get into that in this video. But also during this time, I've really thought of some things and noticed some things that I just don't like about the truck. There's a couple of things that have happened that really just should not have happened that I'm going to blame Ford for, but I'm going to be straight up and honest with this video. Owning this truck for 7 months, 7,000 miles, I'm not going to be biased in its favor. I'm not going to polish it up as this bright, beautiful, go buy an F-150. I'm going to show you what I have experienced, and then if you want to go buy one after that, more power to you. I mean, just look at the facts on paper. Over the past 43 years, the F-150 has been the best-selling truck out of all vehicles on the market, so they are doing something right. And I can definitely see why that truck is the best-selling truck on the market out of every vehicle, not just trucks. So some of you are probably looking at this and saying, full crew cab, long bed, V8, why are you daily driving this? First of all, I really don't care about the gas mileage. I did not buy this truck for gas mileage. If I was concerned about gas mileage, I would have gone out and probably bought something like a Prius or something like that. But I didn't buy the truck to get good gas mileage. That being said, most of the time that the truck is driven is highway driving. I drive it about 50 to 60 miles per day, and it's all highway for the most part, except for maybe a few miles. And you know, cruise around 75, 80, and the truck gets an average. Right now it's sitting at 17.1 miles to the gallon. I really don't have much to complain about that. It's expected. Maybe it should be getting a little bit more on the highway, but I don't exactly baby it. I don't horse it. I take care of it, but I don't feather the gas pedal. I mean, I will get on it when I'm getting on the highway a little bit, and you know, just drive it normal. This is how the truck is driven daily. I mean, I cleaned it up a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start by showing you guys the window sticker. So this truck has a sticker price of $52,490. Jerry's Ford gave me a great deal. Jerry's, Leesburg, Virginia, same place I bought my Ford Mustang. And the truck just has a whole list of options. I mean, all this is like just crazy in the options here. We've got the equipment group 302A, $4,345. We've got the 373 electronic rear axle, $570. Trailer backup assist, $795. Tow package, $995. The manual folding power glass tow mirrors, $275. LED mirror spotlights, $175. Those are pretty cool. Have the tailgate step for $375. That's a nice feature. Also something I'm really a big fan of, not sure if you guys can see all this, but the 36-gallon gas tank, $445. If I had to go back and do it again, I would get it with that tank. There's a lot of things that when I bought the truck, to be honest, I really wasn't quite aware that it had. But first of all, let me just start by saying that overall, I love the truck and I'm super happy with it. Things I've done to it since I've bought it is, you notice the chrome bug guard up front. This I got from my local Ford dealership, and that was around $150, somewhere in there. I think it was worth it. It's holding up well. The mirror caps, the chrome sun guards, the pillars, and the trim there, that is what I got on CJ Pony Parts. I think it just ties everything in with the truck much better than it did before. I mean, it just goes with the chrome boards, the chrome wheels, and then of course the chrome face and bumpers and everything. It's all chrome. So I want to briefly touch on something that really I'm not happy with. Two things, and maybe three things. The two things are really something that shouldn't have happened. The third thing, maybe something can be done about it. But the first thing, and I normally wouldn't show the flaws on my vehicle in a video, the truck is absolutely perfect. Nothing is wrong with the body or anything. It's in perfect shape still. But a while back, not long after I got the truck, when it had about 700 miles, I hooked up a tow ball hitch and had a I think it was 10,000 actually, 10,000 pound rated strap that I used to pull out some tree stumps. What happened was it did a fantastic job of pulling them out, but the 10,000 pound strap that I was using snapped from the pressure of just pulling it tight to pull the bushes out, and it just like whiplashed at the truck. And you can notice here, it's not too noticeable, but I've got a little bit of a dent there, about a quarter size dent right there. And also down here, there's a dent that you can probably see it a little bit. So there we go. It's pushed in just a little bit, but it popped right back out, so it's like it wasn't even there. I mean, there's a little bit of a ripple. Also, the chrome tailgate handle has a small little tiny crack in it. That right there, if I had something like a Silverado or a Tundra, even a Ram, I'd never buy a Ram, but even a Ram, I just don't think that that would have happened with the steel-bodied truck. So the durability of the aluminum body for somebody that's going to be constantly working heavy-duty, hard work that is just very intense, I don't know how solid the aluminum body would be. Everything else on the truck is fine, but that right there has me question the durability, because it was a 10,000 pound strap, like a rope. It wasn't even metal or anything. So I think that that shouldn't have happened. So the next thing that really just should not have happened is underneath the truck here. When I got down here to change the oil for the first time, I was really, really frustrated and disturbed because I noticed there's a plastic oil plug. Ford, what is this? I can't believe it. A plastic oil plug. That is very disturbing to me. I've never seen anything like that in my entire life. I've changed oil on hundreds of cars. So many cars that I've had, driven, owned. Nothing this stupid. So you can see right there where it broke, the plastic clip. The solution to this is I went on, once again, CJ Pony Parts, Lifesaver, bought this metal, which it should have been in the first place, metal oil plug. So this thing right here is going to be pretty cool, I think. Once I get that in there, it's going to be a lot more durable, and the clips on the side are metal. That was $60, $70, something like that. So definitely well money spent there. Oh wow. Future plans for the truck, I plan on doing a 2-inch level for the front, just because looking at it, the side profile, I mean, it's a great looking truck and it sits high up off the ground, but the front end is like slanted just a little bit, and that's perfectly normal from the factory. They do that for aerodynamics to get better gas mileage, which, again, like I said, I'm not really driving the truck for gas mileage. Everything up front with the chrome, the fog lights, everything works perfect. The automatic high beams are a nice feature. Sometimes it can be a little annoying if there's like cars that are coming and going constantly, because your lights will be flashing on like all the time. So that can get a little bit old, but I'm not going to complain about it because I don't have to turn my high beams on. Fog lights are a nice feature. Something that is a decent feature, I guess you could say, is the pre-collision assist there. The camera is behind the rear view mirror. I've had that blink at me a couple of times for what I felt like was no reason, because I knew what I was doing in traffic. When you push the gas to get around a car, if a car is in front of you, you know, a few lengths, and the truck senses you pushing the gas and it sees that car in front of you, it's going to beep and flash red like constantly on the dash until you let off the gas. It's done that a couple of times, and you can adjust the sensitivity. I have it adjusted to the farthest, least sensitive mode possible, just because I don't like any interference like that when I'm driving. Something I'm really a big fan of is the numbers keypad entry. It's a nice feature. I use that a lot because Sometimes I go out of the house at night, leave my key inside. Oh, I have to go inside and get my key. No, I don't, because I have keyless touchpad entry. Very nice feature. Big fan of that. On the inside, something that I have noticed is that my power windows from day one in the back, this one sometimes, especially that one, the day that I brought it home, when you try to roll the window down, like you can just hold it constantly, not up here, but in the back power window switch, it's like it has a short, because if you hold it down, it'll go, stop, go, stop. And it just does that the whole way until it goes down. So that right there is something I really ought to get fixed, but I just have not. And it might seem like I'm beating the truck up. Don't take this video the wrong way, because I'm by no means beating up the truck. I really like the truck a lot, wouldn't change a thing. There's just a few little things that have happened. While we're looking right here, this is probably my fault, but the cup holder braces, you can see there, this one here has broke, and I rarely even have any drinks in here, so I don't think that should have happened, but I'll take the blame for that. It always starts up, and really it's reliable. It's been a good truck so far, so I really don't want to nail it too much or complain about it too much. Leather wrapped wheel. You guys know the drill with the audio controls, menu controls, cruise control. Over here we have the lighting controls for the tow mirrors, the fog lights, the automatic daytime running lamps. Down here we also have pedal adjuster and parking brake. While we're looking at my feet, we do have these nice factory floor liners. Those have held up well. Those have only been in here about a month though, so that's not really a good test. Just a short time those have been here. So far they're doing good. The navigation system, haven't really used that a whole lot, but when I have used it, it's worked good.
So many pepperoni love.
Boys and girls, wow, my phone, I have a dated phone. My phone is a 6S Plus, I believe. Look at how perfect that fits. That is, it's like it was destiny that I bought this truck just for that. But aside from that, the charger even has a little thing right there where I can just, it's perfect. So I love that. But the Android Auto, Apple CarPlay feature, the Ford Sync, which I don't pay anything for at all, gives me the ability to lock, sound the alarm, unlock, start the truck right from my phone anywhere in the world if I have a signal. GM has that, and I had that on a Malibu, a 17 Malibu I had a couple years ago, and I had to pay for that every month. Ford gives it to me for free, and really, that's a great move, because when you buy a expensive vehicle like this, you would expect it to come with little things like that you can enjoy.
I left my home in Norfolk, Virginia, California on my mind. Straddled that Greyhound Road and ended rallying all across Carolina. Hadn't been driven, just turned into a trouble halfway across Alabama. My hound broke down and left us all stranded in downtown Birmingham. Just help me get to Houston town. People out there who care a little about me, and they won't let this poor boy down.
Listening to it run, it's very quiet. Once in a while, like I said, from the outside, if you listen through like the wheel well, or if you're just really picky about those things like I am, you can just hear kind of like a sounds like a little bit of a diesel, but it's not anything to complain about. You can see it's very quiet. 395 horsepower, 400 pound-feet of torque, and this thing really growls, especially when you get on it, and it moves. You slip it down into sport mode there, you have the ability to do that. The 10-speed automatic It feels like I'm driving a ginormous, non-aerodynamic, sloppy handling Mustang. But it's nice. It really is when you're on the highway. It has the power to pass people. It's not going to be boring when you're driving it. And it really is just a joy to drive. It's very comfortable. Looking at the bed here, you'll notice that I have the bed cover. It's a soft tonneau cover. I also installed a drop-in liner, factory drop-in liner that was roughly $400 or $500, something like that. The cover here was about $300, $400, something like that. Just kind of rough quoting these prices. Looking at the liner, it's held up well. Also the cover there. And I've put a lot of money into the truck as far as making it my own. I've done the bed liner, done the bed cover, the chrome stuff that you see here, the chrome thing up front, the oil plug underneath. None of those are things that I really had to do, except maybe the oil plug, because the oil plug broke. Just kind of have customized it a little bit and made it my own. And overall, I'm really happy with the results of it. Also, one more thing before we hop in to take a test drive, probably within the next 3-4 months, I'm gonna be putting a Borla Attack on the truck. So it'll just roar, it'll make it really loud, roar to life. We'll be able to hear that 5-liter V8 at its fullest potential, which is something I really want to do. I'm really looking forward to just opening the truck up. And let's take a look at this right here. What? Oh my goodness. This right here is like very helpful for old people. I know that I'm young, but I like it because it just makes it easier to get up into the truck. I know that the competition is coming out with tailgates that are, I'm not even going to go into criticizing the competition, but I have a thing that helps me get in, not just a step, but I have a built-in cane. Like this right here, whoever thought of this exact design had to have been a senior citizen, because it's perfect. I mean, it's perfect for that. It's very easy to get up into. It's solid, and you can put your weight on it, and you just heard the tailgate pop. Let's do that again, see if it does it again. Okay, didn't do it that time. It's probably just the bed liner. But that right there makes it so easy to get up into the truck. I mean, it's very easy to get up in here. And then when it comes time to close it, you just push that down. Once that is pushed in, push number 2, fold down, slide in, pull up, push in, slam. So yeah, that's a very, very nice little feature that the truck has. So also the tow package back here, trailer brake, all that stuff that you can see. So yeah, this right here. This is not a damped tailgate. It's more like a dammed tailgate, because it's not. Why did this not come with it? How you install this though is you have to take the tailgate off, which you get underneath. There's a wire underneath there that you would disconnect to take the gate off. Remove this tail light. Somewhere in there, there's a bolt that you would mount the damper to, and then you would install something here, and it would just. Really, this is not a formal video, guys, just so you know. It's not a review. It's just meant to show you everything I like, don't like about the truck. And it's going to be a total different format than a regular car review would be. Let's go ahead and hop in right now, and let's take it for a ride, because I really want to show you how quick this truck gets up to speed. You guys are probably going to be surprised if you haven't seen a 5-liter V8 F150 go 0 to 60 before. While we're driving the truck, the 10-speed automatic, which overall I love, but sometimes it just does some funky stuff. I mean, it's just like really weird. Like, I'm gonna come to a dead stop. I don't know if you can see, I like to have, if you push the plus minus thing on the shifter, you can see your gears on the side. And I'm gonna turn this, it's gonna be sideways, but look and see here, watch it jump from 1st to 3rd. Watch. 1st to 3rd, and now it's gonna go from 3rd to 5th. Oh, it hit 4th that time, okay. So the majority of the time that I drive the truck, I've seen it hit 2nd like maybe 3 times when I was in the city doing city driving. Most of the time, the truck goes 1st, 3rd, 5th, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It just like totally bypasses those gears. So I don't know if that's like a flaw or what the deal is with that, but it's kind of annoying. And sometimes going up a slight hill like this, you'll notice if you push the gas, didn't do it that time because I already had some momentum going, but you notice it'll downshift to get more power going up the hill. Sometimes that's a little bit abrasive for my taste. It's a little bit too much of a jerk. And these are things that you'll probably see other people say about the F-150, so it's not like me only criticizing that, the way that the 10-speed shifts. Sometimes, not all the time. Again, this is just 3 out of 10 times that I drive it. Stop and go from a stop sign, stoplight city. I'll notice that like first and third, mainly first, kind of overhang, like they carry too much, the gears hang too much, and then it'll kind of, not really jerk, but it kind of pushes a little bit more than normal into third. Not a big deal, but once again, I'm just trying to make you guys aware of what you'd be getting into when it comes to buying one of these trucks. We're going 10 miles an hour in third, full spool. Oh my goodness, 60. And guys, I don't drive my truck like that, but I had to do that just to just to show you how much get up it has. This thing has so much power for a full-size crew cab truck. Like, I feel like everything just rearranged in here when I punched the throttle. You just would not expect it to do that for a full-size crew cab truck that is this big. I mean, you wouldn't expect it at all. I find it so funny that I didn't put the tonneau cover back, so now it looks like a ocean wave when I pushed it. Just shows you the power. This is Velcro right here, and it was folded up, right? Getting on the highway to show you guys how much power it had. It literally folded back the tonneau cover. So there you guys have it. That is my 2019 Ford F150 XLT crew cab 6.5 foot extended bed, which really sometimes just gets in the way, but I love it. I wouldn't change a thing about it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you own an F-150, or maybe you just like the F-150, or let's just say you own the competition, you own a Ram, you own a Tundra, you own a Silverado, whatever you may own, whoever you may be, you don't even have to own a truck. Why am I categorizing people? Just comment. Tell me what you think of the truck. Tell me if you think that there's things that you don't like, do like. Also, rate the video before you go, and if you haven't already, subscribe today so you don't miss any videos like this one, and also any car reviews in the future that I do.